and welcome back. Silence is golden. I'm going to invite you on a journey now to have a closer look at yourself. Now, it doesn't always serve you to put yourself underneath a microscope and look and scrutinise and best friend, worst enemy, take your pick, what you then become. But what I found interesting is how the media plays on relationships and how they don't work out, or, you know, so many millions is spent on their divorce and all the rest of it. Whose business are we in? Somebody else's. Instantly we can let it go. Remember the three types of businesses you can get involved in. One is called God's business, the great one, Allah, whatever you want to call it. That would be the weather, or if we have an earthquake or something like that, you know, something that's you and I can't control, but we would maybe, or a thunderstorm. We can't control that. The second type of business would be other people's business. In other words, what somebody said or did, or didn't say or didn't do, that's their business. Let it go. We've just learnt something about ourselves. And the third type of business would be yours or mine. And again, what have I learnt? Because whatever I did or said, it's in the past now, so I can't change it. Zero power in the past, zero power in the future. The only power I've got is in the now, to do something right now, and then let it go. So where in your relationship do you kind of have an argument or a contention with another? And it's not that it's wrong. I think it's very healthy, actually, because it shows that you care, it shows that you love them. I remember one of my previous relationships, my partner would get angry or annoyed with me if I spent time with another woman. And when it boiled down to it, it actually stemmed from a fear that she had of abandonment, because in her previous, well, her parents basically separated. And that caused her, when she was a young girl, a lot of challenges. And unlike always, the programming, we carry it throughout into our then adulthood, and then we act it out. Usually a child, though, would be more sincere and say, look, I fear abandonment, and tell you the truth. But as an adult, we would just show our anger. So the invite or the opportunity is for you to actually have a look at what really is going on in your life, if you want to. And when you see something, when you feel something, and it makes you take a step back, what have you just learnt about yourself? And I find exactly on time when you're ready, because remember, you're not broken, you don't need fixing, you can then direct this to move to a better position. Because I do believe it's a truth that we are all going out of our way to find pleasure and to avoid pain. Pain and pleasure, those are the only real two motivators in our life. Once we're in pleasure, we'll keep moving to create more pleasure, and when we're there, we're going to avoid it because we don't want pain. So, but in our lives, we have those triggers, those things that come up and we'll feel very passionate about. And the only reason we do is because of our programming, because of our conditioning from our parents, from our pedagogical figureheads, from our teachers, and so on. So it's a wonderful invite just to have a look. You know, if you want to have a go at your partner or something like that, and bite their head off because they did say or didn't do or whatever is going on, just have a look at yourself, because it always starts with self. Because I'll guarantee you what you're angry or annoyed with has got nothing to do with what they said or did or didn't do. It's always about you. Absolutely it is. I even remember once somebody who I loved dearly in my life, she downloaded all her stuff onto me about how much of a failure I was, how much I live in my own little happy world, I'll never amount to anything, you know, all these things. And the old me wanted to justify it and come back and have a go. And I just listened. And my heart, my compassion went out to that individual, because there was no truth in what she was sharing with me. And then when she started coming out with financial figures relating to my life, again, none of them had any form of truth in them. But it was interesting. And I was able to learn more about myself in that one moment or moments, even though none of them were true. So where in your life could you maybe create a better interdependent relationship with another? You know, a codependent relationship is where you don't feel whole and complete without having another one in your life. Is that true? find out. Wonderful opportunity. And just observe, just have a look. See if it serves you and those around you. I remember once in my health club, I once had this lady from Israel that came in, and she was a very angry individual, and maybe understanding, maybe over in Israel, that's maybe how she was raised. And the problem was it affected my other members in the studio. Not cool at all. And fortunately, or I was pleased to say, she left, but I asked her some questions before she left, which maybe came about that she wasn't really felt welcome there. And I wanted her to kind of become more conscious. I want to like beat her into, but you can't. Remember, people, only when they're ready, it's like a parachute, absolutely useless unless it's open. And when it's open, the heart's open, and I'm open to listening. It doesn't mean there's any truth with what's being shared, but it gives you the opportunity to just look at it and listen and feel. So have a play and have fun. And you know, when you get to a certain place, then ask yourself a question. What was actually funny about that situation? Because, you know, the law of polarity is there. You'll always find some humour somewhere, because don't be too serious all the time. I know I keep telling myself that. Find some humour. Have fun. Enjoy. My love to you all. Bye for now.